let's move on to the 2007 version. And you might be asking, why are we looking at the 2000 version if it's the same story? Well, they're kind of different. Both of the versions do the musical pretty differently.
Not a sign on the horizon, and it's gonna be another hot day when the rain comes. What a day that'll be, what a revelation when gonna be another scorcher today.
So already pretty different from the 1963 version. One, the tempo is a lot faster. It's not like extremely fast, but it's not as slow as it was. Maybe they changed it because our attention spans have gotten shorter, but it doesn't feel like I'm gonna fall asleep, listening to the song. And you don't want that in the beginning of a musical. You don't want to put your audience to sleep. And already the sound mixing is so much better. It actually feels more enjoyable to listen to. And we have more townspeople having some solo moments, so it's not just file singing, it's not just any kind of main character singing, it's other chorus people having a chance to also kind of come into the scene. Because the townspeople don't really have a lot to do with this musical. It's mostly main characters, so it's nice that they get a chance to shine too.
Lizzie is on the way. Lizzie's arriving too. She listens for hours, asking me questions. I kind of forget I'm dumb. Lizzie is on the way. Lizzie's arriving today. Hallelujah! Got to get hopping. No time for stopping. Lizzie's coming.
I love that. So compared to the 1963 version, they added so much. We have harmonies, we have musical dynamics, we have all these different new things that are just ear candy. I love the harmonies of this song. It's just so fun, especially that ending. And again, this song is very, very catchy. It will get stuck in your head. Out of all of these songs in this musical, this is the song that will stick with me probably compared to all the other ones. Just because it's fun, it's catchy, and I just love the harmonies in this song.
I have so many things I want to do for you. I can't offer you lots of fancy things to make you come and stay, but I could be beside you every
Chills
night.
again. What is wrong with
Sing
me?
you lots of sweet open arms that are aching for their first embrace. Love, don't turn away.
The song makes me smile. And I believe the actress is Audrey McDonald. Am I saying that right? And golly, she's a great singer. This song also reminds me of a song from The King and I. Hello, Young Lovers. For some reason, this song reminds me of Hello, Young Lovers from The King and I don't know if it's just because of the similar tempo, similar rhythm, similar instruments, I'm not sure. But they both talk about love and about how it's this precious thing. Love Don't Turn Away, it is about like wanting love, whereas in Hello, Young Lovers, it's about somebody that has had love that she doesn't have anymore. So I guess both of them have this similar sense of wishfulness. And it's a good introduction song to give the audience an understanding of who Lizzie is and what she wants.
Yeah, we don't have time for a drink, but we were figuring to ask you out to the
We don't
picnic
have time
grounds
for a
to
drink.
play some...
Well, come on out and play a little poker, play a little blackjack, spit in the ocean. Must admit, I'm pretty good at poker. Seems I got a poker face. Must admit, I'm pretty good at bluffing till I'm broken, so I gave up poker long ago.
Long ago.
Sure did, no?
I like that dragging.
Oh, sure is nice to do a little polka, do a little kick, and 1, 2, 3.
When I dance, my feet swell up, and since they get so sore, I don't keep dancing in
Many picnics,
I don't do much,
much fancy dancing.
I don't play much poker anymore.
Don't play much poker anymore.
Again, really fun song. Like Lizzie's Coming Home, it's just a fun song, and they have these fun little harmonies, and I don't know. It puts a smile on my face. And also, I think how they're doing the instrumental this time, it's so much more playful, and how they directed the singers to sing this song and the previous songs. It's just more playful, and it draws your ear more to the actual lyrics and listening to what they're actually singing. And it's funny. It's actually kind of funny now. It actually makes you kind of laugh and smile a little bit. Whereas in the 1963 version, I mean, the whole soundtrack was fine. It was pretty and stuff, but it wasn't like funny. And the songs have this little funny humor into it, this little mischievous angle to it. And also, I'm not sure if it's noticeable, but they actually added some dialogue into the songs. So it's not just the songs you're hearing. You hear like sometimes the beginning of the lines that lead into the song, or lines in the middle, lines at the end. The soundtrack has a more storytelling element to it. So if you don't really know what's going on, at least you have some dialogue to kind of get the sense of what's going on. So that's different from the 1963 version as well.
Files coming.
Files coming.
Files coming. Nice to have a day off.
Guess everybody likes files.
Some basket of food for the hungry men. Find a place in the shade for the hungry men. A hungry man and all for the
I like
hungry
it.
men. To do for you. I have so many things saved up to say.
So this song is very different from the 1963 version. One, it's more playful, it's more fun, and the tempo is a lot faster than the previous one. Wasn't dragging itself. The men get a little fun little number in the beginning, and then you have the women that sing similarly with the 1963 version, but they have a lot more fun harmonies, and they're kind of echoing off each other, and I love that. Makes me happy. And then the third part of the song is Lizzie having a reprise of Love Don't Turn Away. And then also the townspeople in the background having a reprise of Gonna Be Another Hot Day. And all those three combined into one song is just a fun little number. I like it. It's fun to listen to.
My method's like my name, it's all my very own. You wanna hear my deal? Chimilo, nimpo, Now you ask me the way I do it, well I do it the way I please. I got 11 different methods, but
Music
I might
change.
use one of these. It's gonna rain all through the morning. It's gonna rain all through the night. There's a big rain a-coming. There's a big rain a-coming. There's a big rain a-coming. There's a big rain a-coming.
Got a dance break going on. I like the trumpets. So we get our introduction song of Starbuck, and I don't know who the singer is, but he's fantastic. And this song feels so much more fuller than the 1963 version. And I don't know how to describe it. It just feels bigger and fuller, and it's just fun. It's more playful. And there was a part in the song where it felt like he was almost trying to hypnotize them, which is perfect for a con man. We got a whole dance break part in the song. It just feels like a big chorus number compared to the older version. And again, it reminds me of 76 trombones from The Music Man a little bit. Convincing people of what he's saying and having a whole dance break, and the townspeople getting a whole section at the end of the song. It's fun. It's very fun.
You may fool your brothers and all of those others, but sister, you're not fooling me.
You may fool the locals with such hocus pocus, but mister, you're not fooling me.
Let the rain come, let the rain come. And the rain came.
You ride in your bright shining
Tried to be
lantern.
so high and mighty.
So I definitely think that I prefer the 2007 version. And the example is right here with You're Not Fooling Me. In the 1963 version, it's just, I think it's this, I'm sure it's the sound mixing that makes it so hard to listen to, but also the singing and the dynamics of the song is just so much better. it's just much more character driven, I guess. And it feels like the actors are having more fun with their lines and with their solo. And also, like, the singing doesn't feel so forced. There was quite a few times in the older version where it felt like the actors were really pushing themselves and not in a healthy way to sing their songs. Here it feels much more relaxed for some reason. I'm not saying the songs are not any easier or harder or whatever. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying just the singers themselves seem more trained and more just relaxed when singing these songs. So when even like these two singers right here overlapping at the end of You're Not Fooling Me, like it's much more pleasant to the ear because it doesn't feel so like piercing and pitchy. And also in this song, there's definitely a very different Lizzie and Starbuck in the 2007 version compared to the older version. Lizzie in this musical version is much more spunky and more serious than the older version. And Starbuck seems to be is kind of poking at Lizzie a little bit, more antagonizing compared to the older version. Now granted, I'm actually hearing their lines in this revival recording, so I get more of a sense of who they are as characters and what they did with the characters, so that's not very fair, but I do like this cast recording better than the older version, I have to say.
Cinderella dressed in white, run like a devil, but you can't catch me. Can't catch me.
That's different. His accusations touch a nerve, and as he exits, a childhood song runs through her head that darkens her mood further. Okay, so I guess this is just a childhood song that Lizzie used to sing when she was a kid? Kind of random to put that in this recording, this cast recording, but okay.
Buy myself a brand new dress that's cut way down to here.
Oh, Lizzie.
I'll pour peroxide on my head. No, I'm not doing that, no. I'll knock them poor old cowboys dead.
I love the humor.
What, you don't believe me? Run, she dancing in my pink and green satin. 'Cause they just can't seem to get enough. I'm a raunchy kind of gal. Raunchy, I'm a raunchy kind of gal.
So very different from the 1963 version. Just the instruments and how McDonald is playing the Lizzie character and how she's singing it, and it's just so different. And definitely the instrumental and how McDonald is singing her song. It's much more sexier. They definitely went from clean version raunchy to more, I mean, if you would count the cleaner version at like a G-rated version, this is like a PG version. With just the instruments alone, I mean, we have a whole drum going on in the beginning. We have like a nice dance break in between, and the ending, it just feels so big and playful. And of course the actors, I mean, you could tell she's having fun with this number. She's loving it. And she's not doing the whole like Minnie Mouse voice thing that was going on in the 1963 version. She's still singing her voice. She does like manipulate it at times, but it's not like cringy. It's not overdone, really. And also she gets a sense of humor. There's a lot of little pockets of lyrics throughout the song that are kind of ridiculous, and in this version she actually acknowledges that, so she's like, why would I do that? Why am I singing this? Why am I doing it this way? It's just so much more fun to listen to, because I do remember that this song was, I think, promoted the most out of all the songs in this musical, and I can see why, because this is the song that showcases the actress's talents a lot, and it's a really fun number.
Man and a woman can be so close together that they almost become like one.
I know it's hard, and yet I feel that you can make it last forever.
And
The man and the woman who were so close together can be closer as time goes by. Until you die.
This musical is so sexist. It's already been canceled. I think this is a very pretty song. It's very simple, yes, but it's also, I think, It's a pretty duet song between a man and a woman talking about the struggles of love and marriage, but also the beauty that comes with that as well. And the singers did a great job. They sang it very beautifully. I got goosebumps a little bit.
Yes, it was. He was a school teacher. Damn it! School teacher!
Well, what was
He
it like?
really does not like
He
school
had
teachers.
weak hands and ran off with him, and there I was.
Oh, well, maybe the school teacher needed her and you didn't.
Sure, I needed her.
Did you tell her so?
No, I
What?
didn't.
Go, and you couldn't say them?
It's not the words, it's begging, and I won't beg.
Oh, well, you are a fool. Did I ever tell you I just adore a man with a black bow tie? Do you make him yourself?
No, it comes ready-made.
Oh, well, it's lovely. And look at your shiny
Be yourself.
file.
Be yourself. I wonder why they put that whole dialogue piece in the cast recording. Maybe again to help listeners understand what's going on. But that was like the first full clip of just dialogue. There was no singing whatsoever. Interesting choice. But at least I get to hear their dialogue and their interactions with each other. Get a better sense of how they did the characters. And this version of Lizzie is definitely sounds more grounded, more down to earth, more stubborn than previous versions of Lizzie.
Always being one, never being two. Old maid, growing old alone.
They start again.
Long
She's spiraling.
rain. I'm all tied up. My clothes seem to be on fire. They're tying me up and burning me to the bone. Oh God, don't let me live and die alone.
So I still don't really like this number. I just something about jumping with Old Maid, that part of the song, my ears. It's too much. I understand that Lizzie's at the peak of emotional turmoil right now, but it's just not nice to the ears to listen to. Now, I do like McDonald singing this over the actress that sang in the older version. The actress in the older version, she has a really pretty voice, but when her voice has to get up there into that range, her voice sounds really scratchy and in the back of her head, like it's not natural almost, like she's forcing it. So it sounds worse. Whereas here, at least McDonald still has to really sing up there, but it doesn't seem like it's hurting her throat at all. It doesn't seem like she's singing in the back of her head either. It sounds like it's very forward and present and open.
Evening star, where are you going? Oh, I know sometimes it's lonesome on the go eternally. Same as me, you keep on moving. Same as me, you travel light. Same as
That was really pretty. And then it leads on to the next song, Everything Beautiful. But that song was added in to the revival, and I really liked it. I think it's a really good song to add for Starbuck, because when you think about it, he doesn't have that many songs by himself or at all. He's always with somebody, so it's nice to have this moment with him to get to know him a little better. And the song is kind of comparing himself to an evening star and how similar they are, I guess. I really like the lyrics to this song. Evening star, where are you going? Evening star, I wonder why. Every night you have to wander, all alone, up in the sky. Same as me, you keep on moving. Same as me, you travel light. Same as me, you search for something that is lost out in the night. Even so, what keeps you going is somehow knowing you'll be free. This is a great song, because this song is not that long at all. It's only 2 minutes and 11 seconds, but we get so much information about Starbuck in those couple of lyrics. And it's something that could even be relatable to people as well. Because I don't think Starbuck is somebody that's very relatable. I don't think a lot of people could be like, oh yeah, I'm definitely Bill Starbuck. I definitely get him. Like, no, unless you are also a con man, I guess. You don't really get this character. So to have a song like this to where the audience can connect with him in this kind of way, I mean, I think it's kind of genius, to be honest with you. Because Starbuck's not a villain character. There's not really a villain in this story. So in order to make sure that people understand Starbuck is not really a villain, he's just a con man, you have this song that lets audience members get a glimpse into Starbuck's mind and what he thinks, and also get a glimpse of what he's looking for.
Everything beautiful happens at night.
Happens at night.
I don't know why I'm doing that. The lyrics and the music. I feel like I should be doing the waltz or something right now.
Everything magical happens at night.
Happens at night. Everything beautiful happens at night. Is when all of your daydreams come true.
I love a little twinkling sound. So after Starbuck sings Evening Star, then we get all the townspeople coming in talking about how everything beautiful happens at night. And it's really pretty. I like that there's a lot of people that get their own solo lines and they all come together to sing and they have this little dance break, and I just love, it feels like a ballroom song almost. And then we have Lizzie actually coming in to have her own little solo moment as well, so she gets introduced into the scene. But both of these numbers combined are a great start off to Act 2.
And I am sure you are not pleased with Lizzie.
I don't ask you to be pleased with it, Starbuck. I am.
Lizzie?
Man.
But it don't stand for anything.
Melissa.
I don't like it.
Well, that's because you don't know anything about it. You ever hear of him?
Go on, Starbuck. Go on.
Well,
So that dialogue leads into the next song. Again, I don't know why they're adding like long pieces of dialogue into this recording, but I do appreciate it because I actually get to hear how these actors did their characters, and how McDonald is presenting Lizzie is so different from all of the previous Lizzies that I've seen. And she's much more blunt and dry humor than all the Lizzies combined. She definitely adds a different twist to this character. And because of that, it gives a different dynamic with her relationship with Starbuck. At this point, usually they have a pretty nice conversation, and usually at this point, Lizzie's pretty emotional and all this stuff. Starbuck is trying to console her and all those different things, comfort her. But that's not happening at all. Lizzie is not emotional at all. It's like she's almost dead to emotion. She has no emotions right now. She's pretty shut off from everything. So she's not crying, she's not whining, she's not doing any of that stuff. She kind of got it out during the Old Maid song. So Starbuck has to kind of change his approach here. And so he's kind of stubborn, aggravating, like he's trying to get a reaction out of her. So this dynamic here is just very different from the previous versions of Starbuck and Lizzie that we've gotten in the past.
now once upon a time, so they tell us, somewhere beneath the mountains of Mexico, I got me a dream. I've always wanted a golden fleece, unless it is mine. Great God Almighty, says Hamlet, I sympathize. Great God Almighty, you take and gets a bunch of fellas together, and out into the ocean away they go.
All these sound effects.
Melissa.
Super fun. And also kind of dreamy. That ending felt like a dream. I like both versions, but this version is definitely more playful. I mean, we have all the sound effects of him pretending to be these different characters, and he's just being very overdramatic, and it's funny. I like it. Definitely probably one of my favorite songs in this musical.
Not all dreams are great big dreams. Some people's dreams are small. Someone to love me as we grow older. Lizzie.
Melissa.
It's like an annoying voice in your ear. Very, very pretty song again. I actually think that I prefer the older version. I don't know why. I think there's something so simple and raw about this song. And I mean, there's a lot of things with the older version that is hard to listen to, but I do appreciate how genuine the previous actress sang that song. It could just be just a personal preference. There's nothing wrong with how McDonald sang the song at all. She has a gorgeous voice, but I think I actually might prefer the older version.
And I reach across and grab her little red hat. She's starting to yell. I tell her to hush. She's starting to run. And before you know, I'm crying too.
And I said, go on, it's up to you.
And all alone by myself with nobody to
I think the song is a good example of what this version of 110 The Shade did. There's just so much more to listen to compared to the older version. The older version, this song added so much compared to the older version. We have pauses, we have and screaming and whining and whispers, and it's just, there's just so much more. It's just easier to listen to compared to the older version. I feel like I know what's going on. I'm actually laughing and smiling a little bit, maybe cringing, who knows. It's just very different from the older version.
Is it really me? Is it really true? Suddenly I'm beautiful. Beautiful with you.
It is different from the older version because this was originally a duet and now it's a solo. I really like it that it's a solo. I'm glad we don't have this whole duet thing because, like I said previously with Is It Really Me? It's you kind of walk in a gray line when you talk about, am I pretty, am I me because of how you look at me, how you treat me, how you feel about me. And while that can be fine, also you don't want to get into the trap of like, I can only be pretty because this person thinks I'm pretty. It's really important to make sure that you truly believe inside that you are pretty, that you are beautiful, and not because of what someone else thinks of you or how they see you or whatever. And so it's nice that Lizzie has her own song to sing about this because it brings back the focus on her and not between these two characters. Like, it almost feels like the song is a completely different song because she's singing about herself. She's asking that question about her. Is it really me? I think it's kind of empowering in a way. That's a very overused word, I know, but the song does feel more empowering when it's just her and she's asking those questions to herself and she comes to the realization that, yes, I am beautiful. Yes, you are looking at me that way and I really appreciate it, but I'm beautiful. I believe I'm beautiful. I believe that. So I like it. I like it a lot.
What did you say?
I said it's lonely as dying out there. I
Hypnotizing
want you
again.
to come with me.
Lizzie, don't go!
What did you say?
I said, I need...
Come with me, Lizzie.
Stay with me, Lizzie. Lizzie.
Sun in the morning is
And sitting
music.
together in
Sleeping
music.
together out
Watching
under the sky.
children come
Being alive till
running.
you come with me.
Lizzie, stay with me.
Pop!
It's kind of aggressive.
What'll I do? Starbuck! You said the wrong thing.
Melisande, her name is Lizzie Curry.
It's not good
Why'd
enough.
she
not
say it
for
like
her.
that?
It's good enough
She
for
sounded
me.
so disappointed.
Lizzie, sorry about the rain, but then I didn't stay my full time. So here's your $100 back. Another
See
day,
ya.
maybe, in a dry season.
And that leads into the Rain Song reprise. So they separated those two compared to the older version. Again, I really like it when characters overlap like that. It's just fun to me. I think the song is just as good as the older version, so I have really not much to say about it. I enjoyed it. We're finally at the very last song.
Thunder! There's a big rain coming. Lightning!
And that is the last song of The 110 in the Shade 2007 revival cast recording. Definitely prefer this version over the older version for all the reasons that I explained in the past hour. Is this like a really incredible Broadway musical? No, I don't think so. If I had to choose a musical to listen to for the day, it would not be this one. But there are some fun little pockets here and there, and there are some really good songs, but it's just not memorable compared to other Broadway musicals. And also something that hit me while I was listening, now that I've seen a lot of the different versions of this story, I realized how different they are. The play version focuses a lot on family, whereas in the movie version it focuses a lot on romance. And what it seems like from the soundtracks, obviously I haven't seen the actual musical, I haven't seen the whole thing, but it seems like the musical also took inspiration from the movie and kind of made this story into a romantic story as well. Now, I think in the older version, it's much more romantic in that sense than this newer version. It seems more like they kind of changed the romance a little bit into more of like I don't know what to call it. It's not as romantic between Lizzie and Starbuck. It seems more in like a personal journey for Lizzie than anything else, which is not a bad thing, but I kind of am a little sad that they changed a lot of the original material, at least theme-wise. It seems like the play, which is the original story, was focused on the father, the brothers, and Lizzie, and their whole family dynamic. And that was very intriguing, and it just felt more real. Whereas in the movie, they kind of pushed the brothers and the father aside a little more and focused a lot more on Lizzie and Starbuck's relationship and kind of made it more romantic. And it seems that in the musical version, that's done even more so. Like the brothers and the son, they only have like 2 songs in the entire musical. And the majority of it, especially in Act 2, is just focused on Lizzie and Starbuck. I think that's kind of a bummer. I would actually like to see a musical that really focuses on the family. Starbuck's more of a character that just comes in and he doesn't really grow. He doesn't really have a character arc unless you give him one, like in the movie. But he doesn't really have a character arc. He comes in while this family is going through a lot internally. And he's the one that helps bring back some balance into the family household in a way. So I never really saw The Rainmaker as a romantic story because it's really not. It's a family story. So to have the movie and then the musical put so much focus on this romantic relationship between Lizzie and Starbuck, it just doesn't really work. And not only are the brothers and the father pushed aside, but Philo is as well. So Philo just kind of feels like a secondary character that just kind of comes in at the end that Lizzie decides to choose because they have a similar lifestyle. And that Philo sees for who she is, even though they barely have any scenes together. It's just a lost opportunity. I would like to see a different kind of musical on The Rainmaker that actually focuses on the family. I would like to see some songs that Noah sings, and that Jimmy sings, and that the father sings on various different topics. Noah talking about how hard it is to be the eldest. Jimmy talking about how he feels like he's not smart and that he wants to be smart. He wants his brother to acknowledge him. I want to see a song about the dad, HC, missing his wife or something, or hoping for the best for his children. Like, I want to see something more heartwarming and real. So that's just something that I noticed while listening to these 2 soundtracks after having this whole journey of watching the play and the movie as well. So I'm going to leave it there today, guys, because I've been recording for like 3.5 hours. So at another point, I am going to actually try to find some clips of the musical and see if I can get a better understanding of what the musical was like. But we'll do that another day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed listening with me to these soundtracks. I hope you guys will tune in for the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching.